how is the diet good? If you're cheating on it, how is it good? It's like if I have to cheat on my girlfriend, there's a problem in my relationship.
Yeah.
So why should I need to cheat on my diet? I want to bring this up. Regan Grimes, you're familiar with him. I know him. He's got, in my opinion, great genetics, great structure, great looking muscle. What do you think he needs to do to get to the next level? Like, he's already made the Olympia a couple times. What would he need to do to go from, say, out of the top 10 into potentially a top 5? Would it be a change in training, a change in mindset? Does he just need to diet hard? Is there any advice that you would give him if you were his coach specifically?
I would lock Regan in a house and make sure he was doing everything 100%. That's what I would do. I mean, he's here in Vegas now. He's training with Milos. I'm actually going to see him prior to him leaving for the Arnold. He does look tremendous. He has improved a lot. But I think, he had to find, number one, the person that he felt most comfortable with. And I think he needs someone to ride his back a little bit to push him, right? So you see every day Milos is in the gym actually training with him, pushing him. And I think that, attention to the diet, I think just the vision of and the belief that he can be the best bodybuilder, that's sometimes an obstacle, especially when everyone's like, you're the greatest, you're going to be Mr. Olympia. I mean, I stated that he was a potential Mr. Olympia 5 years ago. And yes, he was 22, when he won the Arnold Classic Brazil, and we've kind of been waiting for the potential of Regan Grimes to come forward, but he's 28 now. I think this is where you're going to start seeing, and I think this Arnold will kind of be the telltale of where he's heading. And we kind of saw it at the tail end of last year. But, I think he's coming into his own. And I think with him, I mean, he just needs someone that's going to just make him stay in and train and eat and sleep. So I think it comes down to mental with him, not physical. I think Regan's one of these guys that can go to the gym and basically do anything and grow. As long as he's eating, as long as he's sleeping, and as long as he's just doing that consistently, that's what's going to make him great. And I feel that probably in Canada, he was getting ready for shows, putting all the effort in, but not putting the effort in the off season, where I think now, preparation's really solid for him being here. He's putting all the effort in, but he's going to have the great off seasons too. And if Vegas is the place for that, I mean, there's no better place, I feel, in like maybe Kuwait could be great too, but that really you could just eat, sleep, and train at a different gym every single day. I mean, Vegas is becoming the super hotbed for that. I moved here in 2002. I wanted 24-hour gyms. I trained round the clock. I wanted no restrictions, and that's kind of why I'm here, and I think that's why he's here.
With Regan, I've always said in private to him, like, that just you need to bring the conditioning. And I think that was a major cause. And I watch a lot of his training, and what I've noticed, and maybe he is, but I've never seen it. Does he actually do the compound movements? Does he do some heavy squatting, some heavy deadlifting, some heavy benching? I see him really isolating. He has great mind muscle connection, but I feel like he's missing out on some of these heavier compound movements, not in like low rep range, but like for me, I love power bodybuilding, like say benching 12 reps, squat, like 500 for 10 reps. Like, think if he did that, he could get some more size, get the size that he needs, because he has the structure, just needs a little bit more muscle, a little bit more conditioning.
Yeah, listen, I think a lot of bodybuilding is steered away from the power bodybuilding, barbells, dumbbells. I think we see like Ian Valier doing that. I mean, even Chris Bumstead, we see doing it. He's not even Mr. Olympia open category. Listen, I would definitely, if I would break his ass in the gym. I mean, that's how I trained. I mean, we can talk about that, but myself and Ronnie, like we didn't mess with machines as much. Like, and today there's just more in the gyms because gyms have switched to that fitness atmosphere. Unless you're lucky enough to have that dungeon type gym with still metal weights and things are clanking in there and the excitement grows, right? Especially for a bodybuilder. But I think and I wouldn't be afraid. I still think Milos is training him on too many machines, 100%.
So speaking more of training, so your belief is that you should really incorporate the free weights and not just do isolations machines, that these compound movements is paramount to a bodybuilder's physique in terms of building muscle.
I believe, early on, that's what I did. That's the way I was taught. That's the way I learned through the books. But remember, I was there before Hammer Strength. I was there before a lot of these selectorized machines that you see. Not to say that they don't do work, but I still believe your body requires, to learn the balance, and the free weights do something different to the muscle. I really do. And it could be my opinion, but that's what I was built on. That's what a lot of the old school guys are built on. And people always complain that the new guys don't have as much quality as the older guys. And, that's just something that I think has become more apparent today.
I believe this strongly. I think that people today are more so looking for the easy way out. And in the past, people would take the hard route. And it's not just with the gym. Like, you'll look at how many people are squatting now. Not many. Oh, it's too hard. I'll leg press. So there's a leg press a little bit easier. What about the diets? People are looking for every secret shortcut. Like back when I was a kid, it was like we had salt and pepper. Then I eventually discovered Mrs. Dash. Now you have Walden Farms and all the different sauces, low cal. I'm like, you guys have it easy. Like, I've been a contest prep coach for over 20 years. I'm like, you have it so easy now compared to what I had it when I was a kid, when I was a teenager competing. But people, yet they still complain. They're looking for the easy way. So I think if people would actually try to find the harder things and do them and learn to like them, then they would be the successable bodybuilders.
Yeah, maybe I was a little bit hard-headed, Greg, but I didn't use ketchup. I didn't use barbecue sauce. I didn't even, there wasn't really Himalayan sea salt then. So, I would use a little bit of table salt. You're right. We used Mrs. Dash, but I didn't believe in condiments because it was something, if I wouldn't even use that in the off season, because I didn't want to have to cut it out when I dieted for the shows, because I didn't want to get used to it. So I actually missed something. I always said I never had Kentucky Fried Chicken, never had Taco Bell. And people say, why? I said, because I didn't want to like it. So then I would miss it. Right.
Yeah.
And I know some people can diet on, French fries and burgers and still I wasn't one of those persons. Chris Aceto had me on a 16-week program. There were no cheat days ever. Once in a while, I'd get a little more carbohydrates, and those days I'd back the protein down. I did a zigzag diet routine, but I never, ever, ever had anything off diet. Never, hey, go out for a cheat meal for sushi or whatever else sushi really wasn't apparent as much then, but I didn't go off any kind of, it was just chicken breast, baked potatoes, some red meat, which was very little, even on a contest diet, more white fish, white rice. I never really had brown rice. I'd have my oatmeal and egg whites in the morning. I was allowed 2 whole eggs in the morning. And then later, of course, Ezekiel bread came about, like flourless bread. I started adding that, but it was pretty much the same for 20 plus years, the same exact routine.
And the difference is you have the mindset that you were born with, in my opinion, that you can push yourself like that. And what I have experienced as a contest prep coach, most people don't have that mindset. They just couldn't do it. So many people, they start a diet, they need those cheats because the diet is just too strict for them. They just can't handle it. And so I quickly learned, okay, I'm going to make a niche here. I'm going to make a diet that's easy for people to actually follow. Hence I made the cookbooks that I have and all that, like all this, like tasty food that you can diet on and not really be that hardcore, because I felt like so many people want to lose weight and not many people have the discipline to stick to a diet. So that's where I believe that people can have balance and can be bodybuilders with the protein ice creams and stuff. And so my opinion, if you need a cheat meal on your diet isn't working. If you need to cheat on it, well, how is the diet good? If you're cheating on it, how is it good? It's like, if I have to cheat on my girlfriend, there's a problem in my relationship. Yeah. So why should I need to cheat on my diet? If you have a problem with your diet, fix it. If you have a problem with your girlfriend, fix it so you don't have to cheat. That's my theory here.
Yeah, but some people aren't, you're right. They're not capable of eating plain chicken breasts and baked potatoes or white rice. And, people ask me, like, how do you eat those egg whites with a little bit of pepper on it? It is like I told you, it's mind over matter a lot. So, people's diets are so poor. That's the biggest concern I have when it comes to people dieting for a competition, is they're just so used to, like you said, even the diet sodas, which, listen, I know people can diet, on drinking diet soda, but I don't even allow that kind of stuff in the programs, because I just follow what I did. I just mostly drank water, cut out all my dairy products, and that went with that. So, it's just by my belief.